Remember this game? We used to play this once or twice. You never considered it either? A bit hot. Hot Kiwi action. Your area. Can do and Jamort. Hey. Those who because I pressed recording after saying it, they completely missed out on the thing that I said. And I'm going to avoid saying it because you missed out. Because I'm like that. Anyway, here I am staring at this train, wondering why there's no belt. You may also be staring at this train, wondering why there's a lane here, and that's because there's now 3 of them buzzing about. Just before, I was playing around with sorting out outpost blueprints, and I pasted down some more outposts. So I sorted out the iron, so got a I can't speak. Uranium. And then just before I was sorting out rare metals, and because it was there, more uranium. Really, someone's uranium. Just wondering, you haven't seen me in a while. Oh, there you go. Now you have. Anyway, see, it's not getting built, which means the base isn't making done dude built. The lights are on, make build, but the pink gear is not being made to do the belt thing. So somewhere there's presumably 6,500, 2,000 gears tied up somewhere that's preventing stuff from happening. Probably there. If I was to hazard a guess. This is the one downside to the buffer chest situation. This is why I sort of didn't use buffer chest for this design originally. Because it's back in the network, which means it confuses the Kajigger. It's here at times pretty much every day. I is here most times, most days. Although, given yesterday's situation, that's gonna change. I was just done by like 5 o'clock. I pressed a button then. I unpressed a button. Oh! My manners. There's a thing. For Cificat. Make sure you go follow Cificat. The random bit of trivia was that C is for cat. Also C for cat. Also putty tat. Nice air sirens going off. Ooh, air tests. It isn't the blitz, is it? Or a ballroom blitz. I've completely blanked out of what I was doing. Oh yeah, that's right, I was making these go. Oh, they do it once just the old whistle test. Yeah, I completely blanked out of what I was doing. Other than beating around with that, oh yeah, I did also sort out the concrete situation here, so it's a little bit tidier. So now you can see what it should look like over here. So, you know, this is the sort of thing I was looking at. Oh, that's right. This track here, need to finish that off. That's right. And then do the antimatter reactor situation. Oh, it's done already. So I had the bots just before. Oh, there's a little bit there. Presumably it's out of robot range. I had the bots clearing out the fish. But that's done. Also, oh, it's cleaned out already. Okay then. Well, that's more landfill, and I can fix that too at some point. I'll just pretend ignore that for now though. Yeah, go. Pack that up, and now we can say we're not built over every patch of ore. I mean, that rare metals is going to be there, regardless. Rare metals is pretty slow to mine, so it might as well stay there. Alright, we need to go over to power first, finish that off. The old 121. It's a little sluggish. Yeah, slash editor. I was thinking about doing that. I don't think I've turned editor on in. I have turned editor on technically in this save, but in this version of the save, I haven't yet. I just disconnected the base just then. How about that? Okay. Base might actually want some power. So the thing that I want to put here is this thing. And we shall plop it, I think, yeah, somewhere at there. Oh, it's a bit long. Oh, we'll see how we do. Oh, it just fits perfectly. Excellent. Yeah, a little something, something like that. You can see yourself. Better do a bit of something like that. This means it can bring in things and remove things conveniently. Right, that. It's a glacier. It's got to build the front end of that thing too now. A Lucifer appears. How you doing? Oh, also, the research needs the tech cards I don't have the labs for. These guys here. So, if I'm to get any progress done with that, care to guess who should be asleep right now? A single guess? Or is the hazard a guess? Let's see if you can. Oh wow, that's actually filling up. Oh, you're backed up. Okay-ish? You working? Oh, you have home office. Oh, is it Spellmaster? Yeah, it could be Spellmaster. It could be Spellmaster. I don't think it is, though, but it could be. So... It's only 3 a.m. I think... Priority is a little wibbly-wobbly, and that I... need to actually flip that over there to make sure the fuel cans get emptied as a priority. I apparently do that too. Apparently. Did that. I've been wanting to do something. Something along those lines. And Baker, how you doing? Yeah, so that backed up pretty quick. That does beg the question, should I have maybe I will have an emergency spillover, and turn the output of this back into matter. Might be necessary. Have I done this currently? I did do a little bit of rearranging here and there, so the matter is actually closed. So there's two storage tanks. So yeah, the uranium gets unloaded here, gets turned into matter, then it gets siphoned off into this main storage tank. Some of it gets siphoned off down here to be reconstituted into dull rocks. The stone here, also apparently I made part of that closed loop. And this one up here is purely for... Oh, and there we go, electronic locos. I probably don't even need that many beacons too. 5-second crafting time. Yeah, I probably don't need that many beacons and waste that much power, so cool. But what we do need is a provider and a requester. Requester is going to... Well, I can just do that. Let's request 1, but I might as well just set it to 100. Shouldn't there be cans in the network? Thought I brought thingies over. Hang on a minute. Alright, which one of you got the cans? No? Someone's holding on to them. That means they've gone somewhere, because remember I brought them here last time. Oh, there'll be a finite number of thingies, so it won't matter. The antimatter fuel cells, these things are, wonder where they went. I have another spider here. Remember? Hmm. Yeah, I legitimately don't remember. I mean, you can always just collect more from down here. In theory... Oh, I think I know where it went. When I was faffing around doing the fish, I did accidentally join these networks, and it may have been trashed back to the base. I'm gonna hazard a guess that's what happened. Alright, while I'm here though, constant supply of antimatter stabilizers, like 1%. I thought the fuel cell, or the matter stabilizers get consumed constantly, but the power side uses the fuel cell, which seems to cycle these indefinitely. Yeah, so these ones are consumed, the charge stabilizer, but these ones seem to be, they just go round in a circle. I might even kick that up to 500. See what happens. Right, now I gotta find 2 open holes. There's one there. The singularity beacons are done too. Let's steal. It's probably not a good place for it. I mean, having said that, this thing is getting rebuilt anyway, so it probably doesn't matter. And I'm not building mega robo networks anyway. What? I'd buy one. I probably shouldn't be asking those kinds of questions anyway. What we want is this to actually make our electric trains. Where's that? Let's make that plus. And you are going to be the electric provider there, and blammo there. Right, so logistics. Then, want like 20 of them, and 20 of them. Zoom Doom trains? Yeah. It's mutating, it is. It's turning into quite the monstrosity. Do they go Neurum? Oh, they do go slightly faster, at the very least. Cargo trains? That's probably... Oh, yeah. I'd forgotten about that, too. Oh, I think that might be for in between now and next time. Do they both run on... They both run on these things, don't they? The power providers. I think these were... Yeah, they're 259 versus these, which are 250. So they are technically faster. When I'm replacing the rest of the ME with advanced assembly machines, I'm sort of holding off on doing that until I get the... Well, I want to get power stabilized first. I suppose I could do that soon. I sort of wanted to stabilize production first. I wanted to make sure I could actually rebuild it. What What do I need? So when I rebuild this thing, I'm getting rid of the starter base, which means but all the joint says probably. It means I need the dedicated oil base. I need the circuit production. Show you something awesome? Uh, oh yes, you're right. As I was saying, yeah, I completely forgot about the stage 2. That was the thing I was saying, yeah. Do you know, I made the same mistake on the, I think it was the rail bus map? I made the same mistake. I researched the electric trains and I completely forgot about I'll go further. Um, oh yes. There we go, there we go. Right, MK2. Is that all of them? Yeah, that's all of them. Yeah, let's get all that done. Were they all prerequisites of each other? Yes, they were. Yeah, I was saying, just saying that I didn't read it. Um, so it's the electric cargo loco, max speed 302, max consumption, modifies the acceleration multiplier to 1.2 with a top speed by 1.05, 1.8, 1.15, 2.5 and 1.15, 1.75, 3.5, and then the Mark II. Yeah, that's gonna make him quite the spicy train, isn't it? I sort of glanced at it, but yeah. I sort of remember it. They go fast. They got to go. As I was saying, you actually pointed out the exact same thing to me when I did the rail bus. I did the first layer and I completely neglected the tier 2. It's been so long. And then I was like, oh, I'll do it again. And then I got like instantly distracted. Right, we'll leave that do its thing. Oh, you probably want purple as well now. Because you're going to want to consume them all together. Yeah, I I don't know why it's doing that still. Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is. Blind. Old Blindy here. Speaking of Blindy, um, technically it needs 600 total. I was about to click Control click then, and I thought about what I was about to do, and I was like, yeah, that's probably not a good idea. It also occurred to me that I could actually steal them from the labs, like the Singularity labs, just like this. When you remove quarter of your start bar, and then what you could see. Excellent. What? Remove a quarter of the start bar. And then there you open Bing. And then have that stupid search bar pop up. We're at a green now. It's just all kinds of inconvenient. This is the one thing I don't like about the tech cards, is that they do become obsolete. So green. Actually a Quester, so be good. Can't use the first half of the start bar. Oh, you upgraded. Yeah, yeah, that's why. That makes sense. Is there a hang on. So additional paste settings is overriding the normal paste thingy. There like a override for that. Multiplier amount. Pasting over an entity again has already been set to paste. Check this. The final value will be additive. Unchecked this. So I can now. That's a cool feature. Bilbo is thinking of everything before you even know you need it. Have lunch and lasagna. That is a good lunch. Alright, that's cooking away nicely. So, I think now we should be able to wander over there and do the thing and the stuff and the junk. And get this stuff done. Yeah, the thing I was thinking about that I sort of alluded to is there's the it popped up on the weekend for me. There was this omnipresent Bing search bar that appeared on the desktop. It's really annoying, and it appears over the top of everything. I don't understand why it exists. I especially don't understand why it exists because Windows already has two search bars already. Because it has one at the bottom of the screen here when you first install Windows 10, and it's something that's been there for the better part of like 10 years? And then you got one within the start menu itself. And then the start menu one is already annoyingly, obnoxiously internet enabled, which means it's slow as balls. And you want to go in. And yeah, it's just I just design choices I don't understand. Use a skin for Windows 10, 11 like you did for 8. I mean, there's a whole argument to be made that Windows 8 was never salvageable. So you're going to want to charge, stabilize it. We'll say 5. I'm going to make these active providers too. Request from buffer chest, because I was thinking about using a buffer chest. This one also needs to request from buffer chest. That's also why this is filling up. It's Windows 8. It's actually disappearing pretty quick. Definitely taken over. Two of these can actually run like the entire base. And you're out of matter now. But I'm going to have to wait for this thing to finish because I just realised that I do need to separate the power networks. Which is a bit of an oopsie. Oh, what I might do... I just realised as I was hovering the thingy... It have like a whole quadrant going on. Like that. I like that idea. Got 4 tied together like that. Can do that. And so on and so forth. Cannot know. Unless I push them out further. It's me trying to tap Q on them. And get them right to the edge of the substation's range, like that. Then... could use... two solutions here. I can use a long converter. Very... I am. Outlets. Outlets. Like so. Active provider. Out there, goes out there. Requester. To there, into there. Request, I don't know why I thought that would work. Yeah, 10 now. And 10. And Unsterbars, as we go. Stay away from the noise with 10-foot pole. Yeah, Windows 8 was a strange one. Funny, people actually look back at it quite fondly now. It's really strange. I might use one of the big roboports. Throws a Windows ME Spellmaster. It's actually funny, that one... Did you say that? That one was actually proven to be... The stuff about Windows 11 was actually proven to be false. The real problem with Windows Millennium Edition was that, like, but at the time it came out, that whole line was all like the writing was on the wall for the whole DOS-based ecosystem. At that point, it came out and it was like, why does this exist? Everyone like Windows 2000 is the future now. You were 2 years old when it came out. Oh boy. Oh dear. Controversial one, just a little bit. I like to maintain that spacing. It's the reaction you wanted. Hey now. Alrighty. Can you place concrete? Who has concrete? I think the answer is yes. Using the... Oh, right. It's like, why is it the thing increasing? It's because you're pasting a thingy, you dumbass. Can't increase the size of a pasty thingy. A blueprint that you've copy and pasted. Yeah, it was very reminiscent of the thinking at the time. The way it went down. That they were very much behind the times? Not by a little bit. Yes, it is. Yeah, it showed how far behind the times they really were. because they were still focusing on the DOS path, and as I say, when the point when it actually hit shelves, Windows 2000 was the way of the future. And wouldn't you know it, Windows XP very quickly appeared afterwards, like a year after. Or 2 years, because Windows 2000 was actually out in 99. Or at least I remember seeing it in 99. Now you're just rubbing salt in. Conveniently, I can just delete that now. So in theory, I need a jumpstart mill. So I need a power switch. Technically, I need an accumulator as well. So if I wanted to, I'm actually so I can get the car repair after you hit a deer. Oh, that's no good. Well, at least you came off. I guess. Um, knowing deer, it's probably pleased with itself. Trying to think of a good combo when it's not coming to me. How about that? I'll do that there. Have a power switch here. Oh dear. So I did actually have to resist. Oh, I already had wire. I did try and resist saying that. Zavigor. Let's get some more supplies once again. If I bothered building the supply station, I wouldn't need to. Yeah, I will need an accumulator. I could go all out and put gas generators down as a jump bootstrap to jumpstart it. It's probably going a little bit overboard though. Realistically, a compact solar would greatly outperform it. Somewhere over here is accumulators. Somewhere over here was accumulators. It was right there. Apparently, I deleted it. Alright, what do you want now? Red. Tech cards. So, we shall give you tech cards. Or blank tech cards specifically. Just slurp these all up. Into my inventory. Slap them down again. Probably not a very effective way of delivering these, but whatever works. Oh, I have a whole bunch that are gonna need them. So in that case, I like how I'm just letting the bots chase after me. Yeah, I'll just let it go. Actually, I got an idea. Use tax. Hopefully it doesn't deadlock itself. Hopefully. Probably will. I came here for something else and I've forgotten what it was. I'm doing. So we got the power switch to jolt this into life. Need to start sending uranium trains. So what have we got in terms of uranium? An short one and an N short one. Means I need a long boy. At some point as well, I'm going to need to make a blueprint book of trains. But once you get the final electronic locos, then that can happen. I need to temper down some of these requests. Going, yeah. Something getting load. Oh, that's slightly off. Just realized. Well, balls. Indeed. They all. Ah. That means all of the outposts are wrong. Yep, all of the outposts are wrong. All of my outposts that I did are wrong. Oh, now I know what I'm doing for the next hour. Actually, I also need to build a bigger yard so I can actually place all these trains down. But I don't want to get too carried away until the electric trains are fully researched. Send the spiders. Let's send the red one in. I'll start with the easy ones at least. I can. Before I get too deep. Start with that. Yeah. I know how that happened too. I was trying to balance out the spacing with the power wires, and I changed these to big poles instead of substations, because the substations aren't really needed now. So you need there instead. Go to there, and then you're going to go up onto the pole and across. Also needed to compact this, so the flip side doesn't collide with that, but I'm not going to do that anymore. That's changed. Hot pockets again. Okay then. It's a bit of an issue. I mean, it's a solvable issue, but it's a bit of an issue. The whole thing needs to go back tile. It's workable. Shuffle it over a tile or two. Helps if I place that back down. Okay. Underground, yeah. I mean, worst case scenario, I could just replace down a fresh version of the, oops, fresh blueprint. I need to go over one more. Yes, it does. Probably the easiest solution is to come back to here. And then I think this is actually the offending. Yeah, it is. This is the offending component. So I need to go to an earlier iteration. Like that. Way to go. It's just do a full reset. Can't put the uranium ore in there. Silly. Can put it in there, however. This is all fine. Diddly. For moving, yes. Go. Go away. You. Just need to make sure that that's plumbed in there. Still your limit of reach there. Stretchy stretch. Blammo. Belts. Done. That. Okay, I think that's fixed now. Okay then. What happened there? You recapture. Cannot see. Grabbing. Go. Blah 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 blah. We don't need trains and train fuel. I'm gonna delete those out of it. And done. That's the fixed one. First fixed one. I just gotta do it again. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so there. Stamp the... Oh, I'll use an actual iron outpost. Wherever I put it, there. what is almost the template for the arrangement. I suppose technically I could copy that. Seeing as though the uranium is now the reference template. Go. More bots, please. We'll summon the red spider thing. Its sole purpose in life is just to trash everything. I wanted to put him in the line, but I guess that's not going to happen. Should also really do that so that all the scratching. You are iron. This really is Factorio. You set out to do one thing, and you end up doing so many other things instead. That the Malcolm in the middle thing starts out. What does it do? It starts out changing a light bulb, and then goes to fix one thing, and then the next thing, and then the next thing. It just keeps on going. The end with them like with the car half dismantled in the garage. Oh, yeah, because it's already auto-trashing. Makes sensibles. Spidey, go up there. Make that 2000 so they can actually request it and recover the logistics system. Incrementally get closer. Suppose what I could do, so inclined, just pull out a one, put in the next. So keep on going like that. Guy, he just did it the wrong way around too. Just then. Oh, I see how. I think that, yeah, it could reach to like there. Probably a good thing I'm doing it down here then. I was really not looking forward to this. Must move one track tile. It really is, isn't it? go. We're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, thankfully. You blam blam, and blam. Oops, that's not supposed to be. Blam, blam. The spider's done the work over here. Got a few pots along the way. Wrong way again. Go. Tended. Tended it all. Oh, it's because I'm auto-trashing. Can't hold on to them. It's a hot potato. I think that'll do it. Excellent. For the fact that you're just hovering there for some reason. I'm not sure if they're just waiting to charge or what. Yeah, really not supposed to be 200. Hang on a minute. Oh no. Okay. I wanna go to school today. There we go. I had the alt view off. That's why. Something that I do tend to do is bump the alt key. So, iron. Hey, where is it? There. Just wondering whose bots those are. Saying no storage. It could be down here, potentially. Because the storage isn't full. Here. So I'm just a bit perplexed as to where those bots have come from. That's why I'm suspicious that they're actually from down here. The boundary line's there. They don't seem to be that spiders. Real loaders? Yeah, just the Factorio 2 loaders. The base game loaders can insert into trains now. I'm sure it's a problem that'll sort itself out eventually. So anyway, there's an accumulator in my inventory somewhere. There. I pop that there. And then plug that into there. That puts an A signal. And that can enable whenever... I shouldn't need any logic on this beyond just like that. When A is less than... Maybe I do need logic on here. Bum, 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 bum. I'm sure it's fine. Oh, right, you were missing that stuff. You're calling for trains. Actually, a little bit short. That means I need to pick the whole thing up and move it down a tile. Since we're in the market of doing such things, down 2 tiles. Because you can't have the track too close to the edge. That would be terrible. And then we can turn this thing on. Thereabouts. Oh, of course there was stuff in there, wasn't there? Yeah, this one has a little thingy for taking uranium ore and turning it into matter. I could have put that anywhere, but yeah, it seems to work. That weird. Why is that weird? I don't understand that. I mean, it could be the makings of problems. We'll see. So, again, where did the items that make up that go? Because this thing was fully built before. Surely you lot didn't steal them. Like, where the hell the beacons and crap go? Unless they found their way down here. No, not yet. I mean, this thing isn't even properly built yet. Buggy mess? I don't know about that. Because it is deterministic. It's just a bit strange. Like, there'll be a perfectly reasonable explanation for it. I just don't know what that reasonable explanation... It would be something really dumb. Like, spiders or something have it. But it should be well out of their range. I have a feeling these Factorio roboports are doing strange things. Because the range, like this, the range doesn't actually reach it, but I think I'm suspicious that there's some funny business going on with the roboport range. What did they... Oh, they probably just delivered... yeah, they delivered stuff that was stored in the outpost. Go, put that back in. Like, the bots that were here are gone now. I don't think those were... This bot's range... And then it turns out this spider's range is actually huge. See, it's tiny. As I say, like the range of these advanced roboports is enormous. It's ridiculous. It wouldn't surprise me if it's causing all kinds of strange behavior. Is that the one? That's the one. Yeah, I did send the train away. Speaking of trains, the train's arrived. Probably don't need 2 lanes. We're doing restaurant playthrough. Been meeting a while. Took 10 months off. Ah, hey Professor. So I'm just working on a Megabase. The plan being to do 5,400 signs a minute. That makes sense. It's not plugged in. That means, oh, this will fill this up first. It will junk the nuclear trains. I don't like the idea of the nuclear trains. See? That is fine on its own. I just saw that eat a fuel cell too. Factorio is no more science, but energy building upgrades. So, there is infinite science. The production chains to do the tech cards is at least interesting, but yeah, it is more about the energy, and then the end game matter stuff, which I'm sort of ignoring at the minute. Yeah, it did. I did see it take the fuel cell. Something I sort of expected to happen. But now we're booting up these things, which aren't actually doing anything in the minute. But yet, and what I'll do is I'll have a wire that goes out like so. And then the final step in the operation is to disconnect that. So now, the final goal is that these should be powering the main base only, and the nuclear should be powering... Well, there should be 3 power networks. There's the antimatter reactors that should be powering the main network, so the starter base, the beginnings of the megabase and all that. The nuclear will be powering the matter antimatter processing, and then a bunch of windmills are powering the offshore pumps, which is powering the nuclear. I think I got there. With the added option that the nuclear could potentially shunt that to jumpstart things, and get the inserters inserting. Enjoying the concrete structure at this power plant. That's the other opportunity that I'm taking, is to decorate it up nicely. I would like to do more with the concrete that's here. I've just got a basic outline at the minute. Probably the one thing I'm missing is the coloured concrete, which is in the game, but it's not normally accessible. I think the only thing to add to here would be some logic to turn on more reactors as necessary instead of just burning them all. Because now, it's barely even using one reactor array at the minute. One reactor is, what is it, 1.5 gigawatts, and I'm using a third of one. You see when the matter plant kicks in, though. You do need the reactors, though. Nuclear in the main base. Technically, that's what this switch does. This power switch here. It's because this is plugged into there. It'll effectively power everything. We'll come back to this and do more with the decoration at a later date. I say that because I want to use maybe some one of these reinforced plates, either light or dark, underneath these kajigas, but I don't have that available yet. Oh no, that's fine. It looked squarish there, and then when I zoom in, it's like, yeah, it's actually on an angle. Did I have a... Yeah, I did. There's an argument that I should also... Oh, this thing is... Is this thing... 600, 600, 600... It consumes as needed, so I don't need to toggle them. And yeah, and then it just... This whole field here is just gonna... I'm just gonna fill this whole area up with antimatter reactors. This whole section here. And then down here, I'm gonna put the electric loco, stuff. The other thing I need to do is that. And then to cover the antimatter reactor field, guiding line, and roboports. And there is actually a logistic only mode. Ah, crap. No, 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 no. Damn. Balls. I joined the network again. Again. Wind maintaining the nuclear power and the nuclear power plant fuels the antimatter. Yeah. Well, the bots are part of this base now. The interesting thing is that this base should request a fresh set of bots. Whatever gets lost here. Yeah, there's now 5, so it should be asking for more, in theory. Yeah, that could have ended badly. So yeah, that's more or less the state of the power plant now. Yeah, see, this fuel cells are up there now. So there was a bit of cross-pollination. Or cross-contamination, I should say, not pollination. Ah, that's why that's not working. Balls. Fix that. Think by running a mega belt all the way up to that one is the answer.
Another visitor.
Ah, stuck.
Stay a while. Stay forever.
Damn right, you're committed now. The computer says so. You're gonna stay forever. Okay. Basically just up. I love how horrendously inefficient that is. Because that's each one of these pink undergrounds is 40 regular belts. 60 or something. What's it? 40. Yeah, 40 transport belts. It's actually a lot. Because that's all, you know, the pink moon dust. On top of that. How big are the trains? They're 416.4 currently. They're arguably a little on the short side for possibly what I'm doing. Possibly on the short side. Because I have run short on 416s before. Astonishingly. Could go 216. Cargo. Do you know, I hadn't actually thought that far ahead. But yeah, I could. It's got to be it's kind of a pain in the a pain to do though, because I'd already started building the base to 416 because when I started the base it was before I intended on using them, the electric locos. So I might have to figure something out for that. Sounds like a weekend project, I think. Yeah, it's just not needed. More accelerate. Does it actually improve the acceleration further or not? Guess it can't hurt. Really struggling on mines. It's probably, I suspect, just supply. Oh, okay. I mean, the research has stopped again. Sort of hoping my ghetto setup was enough. You need blues now. It's annoying. Yeah, as I say before, the obsoleting tech cards is the only thing I don't like about K2. And the incompatibility of the labs. It's just annoying. Conveniently, here's a bunch of mining drills I got here. I also included pipes into the thingy, so it outputs, so that when auto deconstruct kicks in, it actually replaces them with pipes. The thing is with mining drills with pipes now. It's, it's still a very slow process. It's surprisingly slow. Best one of the front locomotives? Okay. And just run that. Yeah, that. Wow, that's a lot. Let's try it out. 274 in 49.6 seconds. That's pretty cool. Mining drill replaces a very cool feature. That's a personal copy of auto deconstruct. No, that's how auto deconstruct works now. Here's a fun one. What are these worth? 99 seconds. The slow boy. He ain't fast, but he sure does try. Is it? Yes. 121 should be very slow. 274 and 128. Yeah, they're very slow. Now I just need an electric loco. That was right. Grab an electric loco. Ah, excellent. Get a load. 105. I mean, it's going to be sitting there. The train's going to be sitting there for a little while. So yeah, all you need to do is just load auto deconstruct for that. There is other story 2. Auto deconstruct. Remove drill. So it's extracting fuel from them. Mark output chests. That's another one. Also remove drills that are using Yeah, create pipes when removing drills that are using fluids. Um, oh, I can. I looked at this sooner. Presumably it's looking for the entity name. Uh, thinking. That's pipe. Um, so the question is, what is the entity name for steel pipe? And then I can just tell it to replace with steel pipe. Text helper. It would be helpful, wouldn't it? It is literally that. So there's another one of Lucifer's mods. It's called Rich Text Helper, and it literally does that. Like it would tell straight away. Oh. Interesting. Guessing. Or completely out of. Yeah. Okay, I guess I do need a thingy, switch thingy. F3. That's a good point. Is it F3 or you mean F4? I Trouble is I haven't done this stuff in a while. I don't remember what is because there is a thing that tells you what you're looking at. Oh, what the hell was it? Only when the basin needs more than 2 lane track? Yeah, up here is going to need more than 2 lane track. The actual main base. And this is bi-directional too. So it's, was it, 12 lanes bi-directional. Hopefully that's enough. And, 4 in, or 4 and 4 for each side of each build. Hopefully that's enough. Yeah, there was a thingy that tells you what you're looking at. I vaguely remember it. Or there was a tool that you could use and it'd tell you what you're looking at. Like it would tell you all the entity names of the things that you put in like a selection box. I just don't remember what it was called. Creative names. Blah, 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 blah. It doesn't help that I'm half asleep. Zoom right in. Extra zoom thing. I come over here. It says steel dash pipe. I don't know where it went, but it was there before. Uh, That'd be the one. KR-steel pipe. Ah. So now... when a thingy gets replaced... You must have... Yes, you did. Ah, look at that. There's one backwards. It's interesting that it only affected one. Two. Four backwards. I swear that's a copy-paste weirdness thing. I am slightly concerned that that seems to have been eaten up pretty quick. So I'd set that to. I suppose this just needs to buffer itself up and then it's all good. Hmm. But, right, let's go over there now. Because they're marks for decon. This patch has been around forever too. Well, that didn't seem to work. KR steel pipe. How old is this save? Only a few months. This is a fairly fresh one. Unless... It is literally just steel pipe. That's the only other thing it could be. Like, it could just want... that name. Nope. Never mind. Well, at least the mod told me. There is a reload button. Reset? Or is there... I mean, they might have been marked before... They might have been marked before I changed the setting. Oh, there you go. Steel pipe. It's worked. There you go. Excellent. That? Yeah, so it is working. Yeah, it's just reset the value to default. Yeah, it did. So those were just marked before I changed it. And it already queued... Because it queued... Oh, yeah, it makes sense now that I think about it, because it queues it up underneath. I mean, that's one way to... that issue. $16,000 matter. Yeah, what do we need here is the good old-fashioned flippity-floppity flop. Yeah, that was the thing I was just getting to. So you and the feedback. I was sort of hoping to get by without one, but apparently even such a simple thing still needs it. Hey. Yeah. less than 10 output A multiplied by negative multiplied by plus negative 50 A. Think. No, it is multiplying. No, it goes down to 100. When it gets less than 10, it outputs a 1, which then drives it to negative, whatever the value is, down to negative 50, which means it won't see A above 10 until 60%, which will just latch it in effect. Hi, train. You're already loading again. You're loading again. That train limit and it. Oh, 'cause you only have 57k. Shouldn't have. Oh, unless you. Yeah, the train's only just come there. That's why. That would explain it. That makes a lot more sense. It's outside of the road highway. Okay, so we've done that, nominally. And I would like to get rid of the flashy. That's the concrete strips. Let's get the supply station going. This bad boy here that I just built the station for. Which apparently doesn't have its thingy. Actually, it also needs a wire. So for the auto deconstruct to work, yeah, but it would, but I deliberately kept it off the network. Oh, I just had to think for a moment there. Yeah, the signal is apply and trash, and it's off. So we'll dial in what it needs to supply. Should be on the wire. Yep. Is. So most important of all. I swear, every power build that I do always ends up being just a concrete dumping ground. For some reason, I always do decoratives on power builds as well. What else does it want? Probably just pull in. I'll do for now. Yeah, so now the red wire is going to be everything needed to -4. Oop, hi train. Oh, okay. Okay. Very. Is it 4 or is it just. Oh, okay. It's not -4. It just. The way the graphic is, it looks like a negative. Right, let's build the other end now. Shove it somewhere relatively close to the storage. So I'm going to bring it down here. And let me this thing. It always feels like the wrong version of some of this thing. Thing we'll do is get rid of the fuel loader. Second thing we'll do is... Oh, I can't do that, can I? I was like, make it electric. Oh, I can. I actually can. In a very low-tech way. Cheesy way, a low-tech way. Activity. Let's throw down a bunch of those there. Won't even know. Okay. The last thing I need is a wire. Oh, hello train. Careful of that, just walking down the track. $230 in 528 seconds. Compared to... Huh. I mean, it is on the basic one. Not inserting those things. Oh, I think this is an old one. Yeah, they're like normal, and because it's not done the research. I think this is a very old one. Because it shouldn't be doing that. I thought I fixed that. In fact, I'm pretty sure that is the better one. That... I think... No, that's also a very old one. But that is for something else. Having all of my blueprints wiped was really annoying. Because, yeah, it should just look at what's available and then recognize that it's wrong. Like, it can't insert them and not try to insert... It should be trying to insert things that are not there. Just get cut up by, the, regular trains. Do I actually have enough? Yeah. Two megajoules now, 1.6 gigajoules available. And a pistol there. Is it? No. Hides the evidence. Oh, path. Oh, I think there's a missing signal. This one seems right, however. Current standard row? Yes. It does. That one should be as up to date as it can be. Oh, you already ground through another batch of uranium again, apparently. Set to... oh, 180. At 120. That just seems like a lot. Get the right orientation. Go there. The Veldak, there he is. Doing? Where you been? Hiding out. If I copy a single tile, then it makes sense. Oh, that's right, you're at the office. Okay. Four, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bit of an issue. Means I'm off by 1. Whoever would have guessed it? Off by 1. There we go. There's an argument to be made that I should be consistent with the... oh yeah, that is... see, that one... actually, that makes no sense. Technically, it should be 6. Okay then. So yeah, this channel should be 6 if I want a substation in between. Unless I don't have a substation. Decisions, decisions, decisions. It never ends. No replacements there yet. You can see where I was trying to work around it. I could also just not have it not decon them. Now for you, getting back home, need a signal there. Yeah, I need to investigate that. Okay, that's... jump in here again. Actually, I could get out and walk faster than that. Next job on the agenda. Next job on the agenda even. Why the antimatter power is split in half? No real reason. Apparently that's... alright. should be A greater than 0. So there's 3 power networks. The first power network would powers the entire map. Have 1 mega block? I could have 1 mega block actually, yeah. But I was just going to divide them up just for make them visually thing. In fact, I could combine them into 4x4. That would be better. Yeah, maybe maybe I can make them 4x4 blocks. I think maybe just tying off some of these. Hello, train. Looking to flatten someone. The story got something from 8 years ago. This, and they got more of it. Try to rethink the pattern. I mean, I'm not 100. I'd like the idea of the single substation in the middle, but at the same time, not huge fan of it. Started with a new team, got 15% sell. Ah, yes, you've moved to the new team. Anyway, I think the next item on the agenda is getting this going again. Noises, Veldak. Gifting 10. 10 big subs. Thank you very much, Veldak. Now look at that, Lucifer and all these people. Apples and Beardless Dane getting all these subs. Now that Veldak has 15% more salary. Also more money. Because celery sounds like celery, the vegetable. Ha 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 ha. Well, thank you very much, Veldak. Gifting those subs. Now I'm all out of words. You've made me run out of words. I can't words anymore. Everyone's in this. I think it's time for some exclamation mark love and hype and snugs for Veldak there. If you keep throwing those down. Fermented hobs. The other vegetable. Getting glass of all things. Caffeine part 2. Get around that. Or have I potentially done a dumb and at some point I inadvertently deleted the provider for the thingy? Yeah. A whole lot of people now have access to the best koala emotes on Twitch. And Fluffs carrying on the gift. 5. Favorite fermented eucalyptus leaf. Sadly, you can't recognize it was fermented on the tree. Slaps Veldak with a gift sub. That's the way. Very much Fluffs for throwing down that gifted sub. I appreciate that. Give the beer to. Oh, wait. Right, can you pick up that, please? I'd like to progress things within the game time soon. Giggle pets. Funny term. Yeah, exclamation mark love, exclamation mark hype, exclamation mark snugs. There's all these beautiful emote chains going on there. And yeah, Fluffs, you now have access to the best koala emotes on Twitch, as independently verified by Veldak. 100% independent. Apparently I just noticed I dropped frames too. And my mind just jumps around so randomly. Dear. Oh, you need that crap as well. Yep, Lucifer, you also have access to the best koala emotes on Twitch. For some reason I'm talking like caricature of what's his face, who did Star Trek. Name, as I'm half asleep. It completely escapes me. It's like I'm watching Animaniacs or something. There we go. Favorite food, fermented rail spaghetti. I mean, it's not inaccurate. Hey, the research is researching again. Always a good sign. Faster it. Ugh. Speaking of spaghetti, yeah, we don't turn that on for reasons. Crunching away. I guess the last thing to do is I'll need to fix these. I was actually, I wanted to hang on to that because then I can keep the filter, but it hasn't even been built yet, so it's kind of pointless. Could make life easier on myself by not using the uranium one, but whatever works. If part is the meatballs of highly non-homogeneous train sizes, all travelling at different speeds. Some of them are able to attain top speed and some of them not. Never twice the same train length. Feels like it's almost bedtime. Yeah, we'll tidy this up and then we should be good to go today. I mean, apart from that little error, that's in progress. That means I need to tweak. I need to recapture the thing again with the updated. It never ends, does it? It really doesn't ever end. Just forever tweaking these things. I just wait until there's like a whole bunch of done outposts and then just recapture them. Yep, Eldak is on the giftings train. So to fix that up. Gonna go down there. Oops, already connected. Over to there. You go there. That's that part done. Maybe the smart thing to do would be to build copies of all these outposts in a location. Maybe over here is the way to go. That's maybe a steel pipe. And add metals to it. Because these are so close together, I deleted the thingy from the other one. I think that might be the smart money, is to build a standard set somewhere on the map. That I can copy, because it is also a uranium outpost. Suppose I could also finish it off by actually hooking up this scrap. That could also be a thing. Oh, backwards. Done it again. What I want to do is down by quite a few belts. They're teeny tiny ones, so it doesn't matter. So it's basically only going to be like 2 belts coming out. The rare metals mine's really slow, so I can get away with it. As I roll the scroll wheel obnoxiously up and down, just making you all seasick. Thing that I do try and avoid, but after sleep you tend to forget these minor details. Fluid chlorine, yes, it needs chlorine to processing. Which is, it's kind of annoying, but it's not the worst. I suppose getting the initial thing set up is kind of actually don't need to do that at all. I can just slap it down there. Yeah, it'll sputter into life. The only thing that really still needs a little bit, probably a little bit of development, is that these are relying on 2 small, vanilla small tanks, vanilla storage tanks. Whereas I could be using like a large tank or something, and maybe a huge tank, potentially a huge tank, because then I only need 1. This is barely filling 2 build. I could probably have reduced it down to 1 build. It's just that slow. It's kind of funny that it's 1 into 16. I mean, at this point, I might as well just use a splitter pyramid. But I'm not going to change it now. And it's a similar sort of story for uranium as well. I might just landfill that too. Right, let's see how much of a disaster is it? Or actually, better still, let's go sideways. See how many holes there are. For coverage. Did I? Yes, I did. I was like, did I just spot a little bit on its on the side? The answer is yes. Yes, I'd like to get through, please. Suppose I can just be lazy and way. Yeah, really lazy now. Sure. There we go. Boop. 9.5K a minute. Place this down and we'll give it a look. Okay. Grabbing beer. Ah, right at that moment, just happened to be grabbing beer. So what do you got? Ooh, look at that. 5,600 consumed in the hour. A few little dips, but that's solid 10 hours of 9,000, nearly 10,000. What did that be? 9,700 if it wasn't for the dips. But yeah, it's 9,700 still really good result. 10 hours. Like, that is a lot of raw materials going into that. Very nice. Yeah, maintaining that kind of science a minute is really hard. Ooh, okay. Have a pole? You don't have a pole. Yeah, one lane's enough. At least so far. 8.2 over 50 hours. Damn. I mean, it's keeping up. Holding steady. Just needed to fill in the rest of the miners. I think for the next lot of rare metals, um, I'll just make it one lane. But in theory, there's nothing stopping me doing two. I think that's a bare minimum, really. If I was to delete up all that. It's like that. in that. And then like that. Yeah, there we go. No, I was thought I picked up a logistics bot. 198,000 copper wire a minute. It is just a ridiculous amount of wire. Gone are the days when we thought 150,000 of copper wire a minute was a big number. Does it keep up? It's okay, that does cover. I might actually need a second lane. Oh no, it's going down. Not really. Go. Good enough. Oop, 999,000 now. It's got up by one. You almost need to build a little bit extra just to crack the 1 million. Yeah, the numbers that are possible now are just so ridiculous. I could probably pull these down closer as well. Need to be such a chongus. Again, these sound like... Oh, there we go, 100k. Nice. Oop. Should we be bringing wipe? Yes. Why aren't you? Not loading it, okay. Oh, it is. Regular pipe now. I don't know why it took me so long to realize that that was a setting, but now that we know it's a setting, we can work with it. Oh, just inserted in time. Okay, now you got pipe. You come over here. It's missing pipe. I don't get the full coverage. Train, and with any luck, oh, finished there. I don't know what to do about these supply trains. Stragglers, pipe in the request chest, builder at the home base. So I did dump the old pipe. But yeah, there is some in. It'll get stuck in that chest forever, basically. Add a priority to send the top half of the uranium along the relief belt. Um, Potentially, yeah. But sort of doesn't really matter. The way I see it, like it's moving at full speed, so it doesn't really need um be pushed any harder. 'Cause if it backs up, it'll just spill over to the other lane. As long as the minor lanes are working, it's all good. I think my person actually absorbed all those pipes. Can't but notice that this is missing pipe. Somewhere along the way, got left out. Sucks it dry. Alright, I think that'll do for today. Yeah, I think the conclusion though is that I'm going to need to build the templates for those stations somewhere. Still stuck. I mean, that would probably help too. Now that I think about it. That makes a lot more sense. You back? Ah, just in time. Thanks to the cargo. Good question. I haven't been paying attention. Where is rain? Heyo. Be with that follow. 30 in 5:28 seconds apparently still? That can't be right. Because it's up to number 4. Does it show up here? Possibly doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, because we've done 1.21. That's the cargo train. This is the. It's done one of those. Okay. So it should have been at least a little bit quicker. That was the wrong planner. That was the right planner. Yeah, I'm sure it will be. Once it takes up. Oh, okay, yeah. The presumably the placeholder fuel. Ah, that's why there's so many entities of it. Oh, now I understand. Where was it? There. That's why there was 5 of these. Yeah, 10 megajoule, 350. Yep, yep. Yeah, just like the old electric loco mod. It used to have a placeholder thing. The only difference is that the mod that I'm thinking of, it added wires to the track, and yeah, it was just a big mess. Anyway, that will do it for me to for play today. Wow, I can't words.